Hey everybody, it's Crop Duster. Just checking in, make sure everybody's doing well. I said yesterday that I would have a topic for today that, would be discussion. I welcome, like I said, any and all comments. Let's just keep it clean. Let's not attack anybody for their opinions or their beliefs. Um, we should be able to do this. And it's just something that God has laid on my heart to do. Uh, I'm nobody special. I'm not a pastor. I'm not a politician. Good thing right now. But it is something that I wanted to do and be able to share with people and just to see what other opinions are out there. So I'm not probably able to tell where I work, just to, at this point, save a job, save embarrassment or whatever, trouble for whatever. So, but I will say that I was at my work the other day, and with the mask mandates and things, and where I live in Tennessee, we have a mask mandate for anywhere that you go inside. You're required to wear one. And a lady had on, it was a black lady, and she had one that said Black Lives Matter. And I said, well, I agree. For some who don't know, or if you're watching this and you don't know a lot about me or whatever, my wife and I adopted two African American children, so we have two black kids in our home. And the whole Black Lives Matter thing kind of came to fruition in the past few months. And part of it is, I think, is a good thing for awareness. I think some of it's political, but anyway, that's my opinion on that, and I won't go into major detail right here. But I don't mind responding accordingly, to questions or comments or concerns. But to get back to the story is, I said, hey, I agree. And she said, oh, that's great. And I said, but I tend to believe it's all lives matter. And she said, well, yes, they do. And I said, not to take away from any culture or anything like that. I said, but, all lives matter. And she got to talking, and I even, kind of took it one step further to say even unborn lives matter. And I know abortion is an issue touchy for some people, but according to Dr. Ben Carson, who is a world-renowned neurosurgeon for children, who has operated on babies in the womb, who none of us have. So most people who have science on abortion and things like that, who say it's just tissue, are wrong. I mean, he even said it himself, that babies feel pain in the womb. They react to anything that is coming into the womb or to things like that. So anyway, unless you have more scientific proof, we're going to go by what Dr. Ben Carson said. So I said, even unborn babies' lives matter, and she agreed. And she said, yes, that's true. And I kind of asked her, I said, what do you think the answer is? How do you think we can get to a point where all lives matter? Not just black lives or white lives or whatever lives, and even unborn lives. How do we get past where we are? She was in agreement that rioting and looting is nothing but criminals trying to get something for free. Let's be honest. You don't agree with something, you are angry that somebody has shot somebody else, a white person shot a black person. Of course, now we're talking race, which to me, there's only one race, and that's mankind. But one, in most of those situations, we don't know all the details. We only know what the media tells us, and no matter which media you watch, they're not all telling the truth. So as a former law enforcement officer, I remember watching videos in training, and they showed us from one dash cam a shooting. And I was like, yes, cops definitely in the wrong. He definitely was wrong to kill that person, and, they should be prosecuted. And then we watched it from another dash cam, which showed the criminal pulling out a gun that we didn't see on the other one. So we don't see everything that's going on. So for us to react in a violent way to something that we don't know all the information on, and we don't see everything, we only hear what the media wants to tell us. And if we're believing everything the media says, we're part of the problem. So anyway, rioting, looting, sorry, I can't help support any of that. Protest, sure. Peaceful protest, sure. I have no problem with people, protesting something they don't believe in. But when it turns violent, or it turns to where I'm hating another person or you're hating me because of it, then it's wrong. But we kind of got to talking about things, and she said it profoundly, and I would have to agree. Love. Period. Love. Love is what's going to get us through all this. And the way I believe, and the way that I've been brought up, is love comes from one place, and that's God. And God's love is what we need to have living in us so we can give it to other people. But it was a great opportunity to talk with this lady, and it was a great opportunity to, just have that great chance to talk, and to talk with somebody as being a white man, to talk to a black woman about Black Lives Matter and things. And she went on to say she doesn't agree with the political side of it. She doesn't agree with a lot of what's out there. And that's coming from a black lady. And I thanked her for talking with me. I thanked her for her honesty and her opinions on it. And it was great because we could have an adult conversation about a touchy subject, and it kind of opened my eyes and opened her eyes about the truth and things that are out there. And the media is pushing things that they shouldn't be pushing, and trying to, for whatever reason, whether it's a political reason, whether they hate a candidate or the president or whomever, none of that stuff matters. When it's all said and done, it's love, and we need to love one another. So in the comments below, feel free to feel free to comment, and we'll see you the next time.